guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody is A-OK. We are here, we are ready. And yeah, Taylor's pissed off because his team's just gone out of the FA Cup. We're going to get into everything though. Various things we're going to talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Fulham game, talk about some other games. We're also going to talk about some things that are happening in the Premier League next season with goalkeepers and so on. And then obviously we're going to talk about Bayern, talk about Leverkusen. As it's so fresh, and I feel like, knowing you for 15 plus years, you look like you need to vent. What happened in the Fulham game, bro?
Just ball jobs, really. Like, it's just nothing to them. Like, these bunch of players, like, you can tell, like, there's a reason why we did bad last season. I know we won the FA Cup with pretty much these group of players last season, but now it's just there's just no quality on these players at all. It requires being saved by Bruno once again this season, to keep us in the conversation. But it wasn't enough. He scored his goal, he scored his penalty, but in the end, we for one of our penalty takers, we've whacked on Lindelof, who hasn't played. Like, hardly. Like, I don't think he's got a full 90 minutes this season at all. And you've got players. I know Xerxes to the fifth one, and again he missed his as well. But like, why you not got someone like Garnacho taking the penalty, or Obi? I know he's a youngster, but he's got surely a striker's got more technical ability when it comes to scoring the penalty. But apparently not. So whoever that came up with that idea, sackable, to be honest. Whoever came up with that idea. But yeah, stale, boring, just no urgency to, get the ball and push forward. It's always get the ball, run forward and go, there's no options. Well, sideways, backwards, and so that's just all the game was. And then, of course, we conceded literally at the end of the first half from a corner. The exact same goal we conceded to the same team last season when we lost 2-1 at home. Literally exactly same style, same side, comes in, gets headed to another player, and he comes across and scores. Exactly the same thing, and no one does anything about it. I know Mazraoui was there, but no one's communicating that. There's a man running in who no one's on. Not one man's marking at all. Obviously, Bruno gets his goal. Brilliant goal. Like, stroke quality again, to keep us in the conversation. And then, as per usual, not burying chances. There was plenty in that chances in that game to be scored, and once again, no one's done anything. Garnacho had a couple of chances. I think he should have at least done better or scored. That's my only critic on him. He came off the bench. He's probably the only lively player when he comes off the bench because I think he's the only one on the team that wants to go forward. Obi, youngster, obviously he's been playing with like the under-21s, youth team and all that. Obviously we took it from Arsenal because like in Arsenal's youth system he was scoring. Yeah, scoring goals. Comes to United, scoring goals. He's just doing it for fun. Has a couple of chances. He probably should have definitely scored the first one, I think. Second one was a great save by Leno. So I can't really fault him for that. But already looks 10 times the player Højlund is. Højlund's he's nothing anymore. I gave him a chance. I really tried it with him. Just not there at all. Like, every time, literally, if his touch is not like Lukaku, he gets the ball and he's instantly like trying to back up on defenders and not trying to go around them or anything. Like, tries this like quote unquote hold up play, but then nothing comes of it. if he makes a pass, that's a dead pass, or somehow gets to it like a player, he doesn't make a run. Obviously, there was all that chatter of lack of service, but when he gets the ball, he does nothing with it. Obviously, I know he's a youngster. He's 21. And at this age, you've got the greats of like Lewandowski at 21, which he started off as a centre back, and then became a great. Obviously, things can turn out in the long run, but there's just nothing, and we need a quality striker now.
Do you think maybe you got him too early?
Maybe. Might be the case. Could be the United curse. Never know, but I think Obi should be starting now because great touch on him. The way he just goes around players, like he's shown so much in the small amount of minutes he's had for United compared to Højlund and Xerxes. I know I prefer Xerxes over Højlund at the moment, like as I was saying to you earlier. Xerxes, technical brilliance, getting around man, not making players, and just bad choices with passes, with runs, and not really that fast. So, yeah, well, what I said earlier, one like a Højlund and a Xerxes in one, with the pace and all that, could be a good striker, but we don't, and I think Obi's our only option at the moment to try and get some goals or something. Because obviously we've got injuries at the moment. We've got no Ahmads. We've got no Mainu. Obviously, and he's on loan. Rashford's on loan. Doubt there would be like any sort of difference, but they're attacking options, and we don't have any. We're relying on youth, No,
I get you.
Obviously, got in that game, got to give credit to de Ligt. I think he had a very good game. Ran his socks off that game. Probably injured himself with how much running that man had to do. So fair enough on him. Ganacho when he came on, looks electric as always when he comes on. Obi when he came on. I'd say Xerxes, he was decent overall that game. But other than that, it's just nothing. Like no one offers nothing in a full game of football. That's the problem. Then I don't know if I want to question the manager or not at some points. Because I'm not a fan of the 5 at the back or the 3, whatever it is.
I get you.
I'm not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of that system. So it's nothing against Amorim, but I just don't like it because in the midfield we seem so open. There seems to be that massive gap between 10 and 6. There's no 8 because there's 2 10s and 2 6s, and you're starting like you've got Casemiro and you've got Eriksen. There's a reason these guys are at the end of their careers, and you're trying to rely on them to do something. It's not going to work. You take off Ugarte as well. Probably would have been better if he was on. But yeah, Amorim's got to do something. Because it's going to be bad. We won't get relegated. Obviously, there's always that laughter of relegation, blah 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 blah. But it's not going to happen because, fortunately, the teams who are in relegation are just so bad. Absolutely pathetic. Literally the worst relegation in Premier League history by far. They just offer nothing. Ipswich had their they look good, but they're not getting the results. They might come through, but no, they just crumbled. When we played them, we went down to 10 men, going into a half at 2-2, and we beat them 3-2. So that just shows what the relegation has been like. Obviously, that people have been like, "Oh, is this one of the worst Premier League seasons in history?" Blah blah blah. I think it's up there. I don't think it's been great. This was the season that Arsenal was meant to, maybe finally get it because City fell off. But no, Liverpool, they jumped in and went, "Oh, okay, fair enough." And then Arsenal had their little, we're there. Chelsea's same with Chelsea as well. They're up there, and then just fully fell off. And now it's now Liverpool going to get their 20th league title. Fans can no longer say 20 times Man United. Because Liverpool will be the only other team with 20 league titles in England.
Still only 2 Premier Leagues, though.
Two Premier Leagues, yeah, but
as a whole, yeah.
Yeah, as a whole. So obviously we've got 7 leagues outside of Prem and then 13 Prems. But yeah, the Prem's, I guess, like the only enjoyment I've had out of it is the likes of Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Brighton. I think they've been great. They've made it very interesting. The times like Bournemouth beating these teams and then getting smashed 5-0 by Nottingham Forest. Like, what the hell?
Big teams and lose to the shit.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell? What's going on? Like, I think they've made it interesting. And then obviously the mega fall loss from City falling off, Spurs United, like their expectations were obviously way higher than where we are now. Chelsea's fall off from literally, league contenders. And then same with Arsenal, literally everyone's just fallen off. But yeah, I think it's up there with one of the worst seasons. But yeah, there's a problem. we've only got Europa League, and we're on the bad side of the Europa League as well because of Bilbao. They're on that side, and I'm pretty sure didn't they win their last game 7-1? I think something like that. They smashed. Well, they've been smashing teams they have, which is a concern. And if we keep playing the way we're playing, then we're going to go out of that. We're going to have no European football next season at all. And we're going to finish probably most likely where we are now, 15th, probably. May scrape 14th. Bloody hell. Imagine that. Trying to scrape 14th.
Obviously, for FFP reasons, you need European football.
Oh, yeah, God.
Because you need that money.
Yeah.
But do you think, squad-wise, manager-wise, in general, do you think it would be better if you didn't get Champions League football? Or just European football in general?
I think you need it.
Okay.
I just think you need it. It's the top competitions. You gotta be going for the top competitions, especially if you're a team like United. You've got to be going for them, even if you're not built for it at the moment. Obviously, we know the manager's built for it because look what he was doing for Sporting when he was in there. But now this job is way out his pay grade. That's all I know, because there's so many problems. He's been given a terrible team. He's come in halfway when he didn't want to come in, but they've gone, it's now or never. So it's like, I wanted to come in the summer because then I can, properly bring in players. But no, he's had to come in. He's had to really, they've literally just thrown him at the deep end and gone, there you go, try and swim. So there's shackles and weights on you. Whilst you're drowning over there, try and take them off. whilst you're drowning and try and swim to the shallow end, and he's struggling. And and I wouldn't say he's been found out, but like he's not adapting. Like, he needs to adapt really quick. He needs to change up or something. Like, I get trying to keep your style of play and whatever, but there's points where you just need to get results. Like, at the end of the day, football's about winning. Pointless trying to, have this style of play and losing or keeping to it, but your players are too shit to play your style of play. So why not try and just get them to be like, you know what, just get a result. Like, bun the style of play for a little bit. Like, we'll train for the style of play, but obviously but we'll have a strategy for in-game so we can get a result at least, to keep everyone happy. And obviously when it comes to the new season, there's a bit of a break, more training on the style of football, bringing in new players, selling the shit players, and then, get better season by season. But he's really trying to stick with it, which is going to be a problem. Because it's one or the other. Because you had Ten Hag, who threw it. He went, "No, bun that. Not a chance, because these are not Ajax players." And then you've got Amorim, who's going, "No, we are doing it." And both times, I'm not. One time hasn't worked. This time it's not working. So, what can you even do at this point? You're now out of the FA Cup. You've got Europa League that you're not going to win. Let's be real. We'd be lucky to even get out of our next game. And you're bottom half of the Premier League. And then, not to include all the crap that's going on with United.
Yeah.
With all the money issues.
Yeah.
These bloody owners, man, they're so bad. Once again, tried to give Ratcliffe this sort of, you know what? He might do something. But it's just, I get some of the things he has done. Obviously, everyone's like, oh, look how many staff he sacked or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He has been put in that position by the Glazers.
Yeah.
Like, why have you got this many staff in the first place? Why you do it? Why are we spending £1 million a year? Obviously, the whole free lunches shit. Why that free lunch was £1 million a year? What the fuck? What food are you buying, fam? Like, are they getting ribeye steaks every lunch or something?
Yeah. Eating
like
rich people.
Yeah, eating like kings. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking the piss. So, like, some of that's like, fair enough.
Surely you should be able to do that with £100,000, no?
Don't know what you're going to bloody do. But I just don't. The choices they've made in there, the whole Dan Ashworth thing, trying to get him in. You spent the money to get him in, and then you just got rid of him straight away. You've got Ten Hag, you gave him a new contract, then you spent 14 million getting rid of him.
It's just dumb decision after dumb decision.
What are you doing? Yeah, exactly. Like, nothing's going right. And then we've got this bloody massive debt that's just there. We can't get rid of it. We've got $1 billion in debt and $1 billion in interest. Basically $2 billion in debt. Ineos put in about 350 mil into United. That money's nearly gone. Like, they've invested money into the whole club, and it's nearly all gone in no time. Over the past so many years, we've been a net loss of over 300 million. Man United losing money over these years, and it's going to get worse. That's right. Once, right. Well, we had like an administration scare because money is just not coming in enough. And then there's the talk of the problem of the old Super League. If you want money, Super League will get you there. You know what I mean? So then you're gonna have that sort of problem. The only sliver of hope there is when it comes to like ownerships and that, there's this little time period. I can't remember the exact time period, but at some point, the club could be sold again. I know it's not going to happen because every time I think it's it's either Joel Avram Glazer when he's in America. People try to interview him. He never talks to anyone because it's always about United. And the only thing he answers is the one, "Are you going to sell United?" And he says no, and then walks off. But like United could be like if, say if the Qataris came in again and went, "Here you go," the Glazers could still actually sell, and Ratcliffe would have to sell his share. Like you wouldn't have a choice. So there's that tiny sliver of hope, but it's not going to happen, God knows. There's too much. There's too much going on at the moment. I'm surprised I'm even watching football at the moment.
Yeah, no, I get you. Staying on the Premier League because this new rule is coming into the Premier League. Obviously, there's a new rule that's going to basically stop goalkeepers from keeping the ball too long. I think it's 8 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So what is your opinion on? Obviously, it's coming to the Premier League, so that's why I'm asking your opinion. But what's your opinion on this new rule that these goalkeepers can't keep the ball for such and such long?
I mean, I'm all for it, really. Like, the thing is, the rule was originally 6 seconds, but that just somehow went out the window. Like, that rule was in place for many, many years. Like, keeper can only have the ball for 6 seconds. Now it's bloody 126 seconds. that keeper can hold on to the ball. But yeah, no, fair enough. It keeps the game moving. And keeps, twats like Martinez being an idiot and holding on to the ball. And then getting called the best keeper in the world somehow. But yeah, no, I'm all for it. And yeah, you get whether it gets like implemented properly, we'll see.
Yeah,
is there going to be consistency?
Yeah,
come on.
That's the
only consistency that's going to be
yeah. But no, like obviously from a neutral perspective when it comes to like Premier League, obviously, I don't really care about it, to be honest, but I do understand for fans that don't want to see Martinez be a dickhead every game. And Raya does it as well. So, and it's mad as well that if people don't understand it, basically, it's if you keep the ball for 8 seconds or longer, it goes directly into a corner kick.
Yep.
So it's not a throw in that could be shit or blah blah blah.
The thing is, the old rule was, like I said, 6 seconds, but it was meant to be an indirect free kick as well. I don't know why that ever got kind of like scrapped. No, I don't know what ever happened to that. It's not like the official rule ever got dropped. I don't think. But yeah, it just never really got implemented. But
there he is, Mr. Touchline himself. Man said, "I hate Garnacho." No.
I wouldn't just blame Garnacho. There was plenty of chances like Garnacho was only fucking one going forward.
Was this Brighton keeper? Yeah, we're looking at the Brighton keeper.
It's a good keeper. I like him. Anyone other than Onana, fucking hell.
but he's what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm fucking saying. I'm losing my mind. We've obviously just brought in Urbig, who is a young German goalkeeper. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that Brighton keeper could definitely take up a big step wherever that step may be. He's a good keeper. I agree 1,000. Trust the process. Garnacho is the best looking Argentinian we know. Oh Lord, we're not doing this again, are we? For fuck's sake. Best
Boss is sticking the ball hard on him. I mean, that one, yeah, fair enough. He's here a bit early, but like I said, I'm not. Yeah, you can't just blame Garnacho. I think Obi had better chances, to be honest. And I ain't going to show on Obi. This whole team, it's just so bad.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's just Europa League or bust, man. Do you think if you don't win the Europa League or you get knocked out in the next round, he gets sacked?
He could do, you know, like if the bloody owners of that are still that dumb, they could do it. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they sacked him. But then it's just gonna be the same cycle. I don't think you're gonna ever get out of the cycle of new managers. I think it's gonna be the same shit.
What deal did he sign? Do you know, like year-wise?
I want to believe it was only a 2-year deal, but I could be wrong. I don't know if Touchline wants to fact check me on that. Garnacho went through it twice, so did Obi, to be fair.
Bigger fish to fry, for fuck's sake.
Are you hammering out? No, I'm not hammering out, but like, I always said it from the start. I'm just meh with him. Like, even when there was like the talks of him coming, I was like, we'll see.
Yeah. Mikey.
Bring back Ten Hag. That's crazy.
Man said bring back Ten Hag. Damn.
Wouldn't make a difference. The players are so bad.
Yeah, because you're
I know
going
it's
to
his
get money
players, but
from Sancho, aren't you? Because that's an obligation, right?
Yeah, we'll get 25 mil. We'll go that. We could potentially get 40 mil for Rashford. Depends if Aston Villa buy him. Theirs is not an obligation; it's an option. Obviously, if he ends great with Aston Villa, and like another team comes in for more, hopefully we can, sell him for more. But if not, Aston Villa might buy him for 40 mil. Anthony, there's no buying clause at all, so I might be able to get some money back from him if we do. Hoyland, we need to try something. We need to scam fucking Saudis. Try and get some money for him. Saudi, look, he's the best up and coming striker. Please take him. Please. And buy from 100 mil because we need the money.
No, I get you. Mate, Ansar, bro. I am all over that, bruv. We'll take Mazraoui. You can have Bowie and 10 million, bruv.
No.
Thing is, that actually would be profit for them because then you pick him up for like 13 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you could probably sell Bowie for what, 15 million? Some of that's profit, but no. For player-wise, yeah, that ain't nothing. Should never have sold him in the first place.
Nagelsmann for United, who says no? Yeah, imagine. Nagelsmann wouldn't change it either. I don't think any manager.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even think Sir Alex himself would come back and change this.
No, not a chance.
Like,
and I know for a fact if he came in, he wouldn't let any of them play. He would go to like the youth squad and just bring them up and play them instead.
I generally feel like if anything's ever going to happen with your club, you're going to need a Saudi takeover where somehow you get money in over time, and you're just gonna have to do the City way and splash out. Because I don't
yeah, that's all I think we can do, really.
Yeah,
we need that debt gone for a start.
Exactly, yeah.
Because that's a real big problem. It's just too much. The interest is $1 billion. Like, that's on interest. That's crazy. Like we can't.
They could get rid of that in an instant as well.
Well, it would have been gone if we weren't Qatar. They said they'll get rid of the debt. They'll get rid of the debt. They'll put money into the stadium, into the facilities, training facilities, and all that. No. Glazers went, what about 8 billion? Fucking taking the piss. And now, United are not worth any of that. They could have got 8 billion. They could have got so much money.
Do you think, though, generally speaking, if they would have matched that 8 billion, do you not think they would have done 10?
Probably.
Because I don't think they want to sell.
No, I don't think they do. But if United are not making money, what benefit?
What's the point?
Obviously, football now is a business.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I agree.
They're obviously really shit businessmen if they're losing 300 mil in 3 years.
Yeah.
Like 100 mil a season, basically.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't care because they just take out United. Like,
that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It's a big problem. Don't rate Hoyland.
Bro, man,
just take him, please.
Lima for Manu, bro.
Jog on.
Bro, he's going to fly to the Caribbean just to slap you if you carry on.
Fucking do it. He's in general, so.
Bro, you could have at least said fucking.
But also, like, what I said about the formation as well, I think it's just way too many players that are not for that type of system. I don't think Mainu's that type of system player. Like, I don't think the deeper role works too much. I don't think the attacker. I think he's an 8. I think that's where he's better. You've got Garnacho, who I don't think is a left wing back, but he's not a number 10 because when he goes 10, he really drifts wide, like a left winger. Ahmad is probably the most adapted one because he can play 10 or right wing back. Delort, pot of crap, doesn't know how to attack anymore. Used to attack at right back. Once he hit wing back, he didn't know what to do. It's like, wait, I'm so high up. What do I do? Go further up and bloody cross the ball and score. Do something. Obviously the 3 centre backs fucking is what it is. And I know pot of crap. But yeah, it's that midfield gap between 10 and 6. It's too much. It's so open all the time. So I don't know.
No, I get you.
You need to lose it.
We can swiftly move on now if you want to. Bayern though, we got a win against Stuttgart. Stuttgart, which was a good win. To be fair, our old player was cooking us. Still,
I remember seeing that goal. I remember that was a good goal. And he celebrated.
To be honest with you, from that goal, from that goal, before that goal, I don't know how they didn't score like 2 or 3. Generally speaking,
they had some great chances.
Midfield. So I'm calling it, and I've said it. He needs to come back to Bayern Munich. I don't care what they have to pay. Bring him back in. He is the Kimmich like-for-like replacement. So bring him in. And then Forich, their left winger, was absolutely cooking left, right, and centre. So bring him in also. Because we need to get rid of these frauds. They're obviously not good enough. So yeah, that's that. Goal wise for Bayern, We got a goal from Michael Olise. Somehow he gets us back into the game. And then Leon Goretzka scores in the 64th minute. To be honest, that is generally still his fault. So while I will give him props, I will also shit on him in an instant. Noble passes the ball out, and then from that pass out, he doesn't look behind him, and Leon Goretzka's pressing him, takes the ball off him, scores. To be honest, the main thing that I care about, though, is the celebration. Like, is Leon Goretzka good enough? Not really. But at the same time, the fact that he, showed that passion when he scored, the guy's hitting himself on the chest and, you can see the passion. I like that part. I still don't think he's good enough to play for the club. That's a different story as a whole. But, yeah, he does that. And then Kingsley Coman gets the winning goal. Everybody's celebrating. Alphonso Davies goes off injured and still sprints to Coman, and the players celebrating, so I think he's okay. Otherwise, you wouldn't sprint if you pulled a hammy or whatever it was. Even Kompany was sprinting to the players. So the reason I put Kompany in there, he is turning me around. I'm not Kompany In yet. He's got a lot more to do for me. Kimmich, for instance, he says he's injured, plays him. He then gets injured even more and he's out for a couple of weeks. That is a monumental error. You can't do that in this game. You can't be... If a player is injured, you have the authority, because you are the manager, to tell them to shut the fuck up and sit on the bench. Or shut up and don't play or don't come or blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want to see what Kompany did after the game when Kimmich got injured, where he's like, it's so hard sometimes not to let Josh play. No. Fuck all of this shit. You are the boss. You are literally their boss. Cool, they might throw you under the bus. You might throw them under the bus, whatever. You are their boss. The only bosses you need to worry about are the people upstairs. Other than that, don't fucking care. So that he needs to learn about 1,000%. It's not good enough. But yeah, man, I just like the family feeling that seems to be in the squad, not necessarily in the fans. The fans are always going to have disagreements and all of that. But the thought of, the players coming together, we were 11 points clear, I think. It's now back to 9 because Frankfurt lost 4-1. Frankfurt needs to be liquidated, generally for the aspect of not doing their job. Frankfurt are all right, but whatever. It is what it is. The only thing that scares me a little bit, I'm still not going to say we're winning the league. Likelihood is we're going to win the league. But we have still got big games. Now, these big games, you might not think are big games, but we still do have Borussia Dortmund at home. We still do have to go to Leipzig and play them. So we've still got some tricky games in there. But of course, we realistically should, win the league and so on. And that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, now, I think it's yours.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, I get that, from people, but it's just that aspect of, we've obviously got Leverkusen on Wednesday in the Champions League. It's going to be interesting to see who can play, who will play, so on and so forth. Obviously, I'm hoping we can win, but it's going to be a tough-ass game. So, yeah, it's one of those. Leroy Sané actually played really fucking good as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he had some...
So, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Well, we know what's going on there. He's playing for a fucking contract. I still hope they don't give him the fucking contract because he's jank, but give him props where props are due. He was actually good in the game. And actually, so was Conrad Leimer, somehow. Zia gave him man of the match, which is a madness in itself. Not that Zia is wrong, but in general, the fact that he got man of the match. But yeah, that's basically that, to be honest, from the game side. Obviously, from the last time we did this, we've had quite a lot of... I don't think from the last show we did of this show, Jamal didn't sign by then. So Jamal has signed a new deal.
Yeah,
Signed a new deal. Obviously, he's come out with a fucking rap song, which is a bit weird, but whatever. It's shameless, and I'm here for it. Still, bro, I am that shameless that I think Alphonso Davies is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, you heard me.
Oh, here we go.
Fuck Kendrick Lamar, that fucking bitch. But yeah, no. At the same time, yeah, you know what it's like. Fucking Alexis with the piano, and he does fuck all. You know what I mean? It's that they try to be creative, but it's just cringe, really, isn't it? To be honest, like just fucking hold the shirt up and say some fucking words. You don't need to fucking play a piano, fucking rap. Jamal Musiala's a fucking magician and all of this shit. It's just cringe. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just part of the game, unfortunately. But yeah, Neuer signed, Urbig signed. Can't remember from the last show. We've got a couple of injuries, but yeah, from this side, it's good. We're good in the hood at the moment. But that could all change next time we do the show if we lose to Leverkusen.
Maybe
because they've already. I want to actually talk about them. We'll talk about them in a second fully. But they got a really easy draw in the DFB Pokal semi-final. I'll tell you what it is in a second, and we'll talk about that in a second. But they've already knocked us out of a cup. They knocked us out of that cup.
Yeah.
And also, they could knock us out of this cup. So we are generally the only reason that they can't win a treble. Obviously, the likelihood of them winning the league would need us to properly flop the league.
Oh yeah,
which I would not like to see. Obviously, they're probably going to win the DFB Pokal in case, unless something happens, and then we are the biggest hope to knocking them out of the Champions League. In that aspect, but we'll obviously have to wait and see what happens with that one. But on them getting the thingy though, they have just drew Armenia, which I'm pretty sure Taylor's going to say who, which is exactly my point. So yeah, they got Armenia in the semi-finals, and then the other game is quite a big clash. To be fair, the other game is going to be Stuttgart versus Leipzig. So yeah, Armenia have basically done a city. I mean, Leverkusen have basically done a city and got the fucking easy group, even though obviously City didn't get the easy group. They got Bournemouth. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Probably Leverkusen versus such and such in the final. Hopefully Armenia can beat them. Or if they do, we're going to be having a fucking party on this side. Them pricks. But yeah, and then the only other news really is the fact that we're apparently signing Wirtz, or there's some news saying that he wants to join Bayern. He's forcing to join Bayern. I don't fucking know. I just think, me personally, you could get Gokares, Stiller, and Foric, and probably still have a little bit money over from that. But still, like 150 million is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think City still want him though.
Yeah, and City would obviously be more inclined to pay that, because they could obviously fucking splash that money.
Well, his clause is only 100 mil, though, isn't it? Pretty sure it's a clause, no?
No, I don't.
Because the City nearly got him.
He doesn't have a clause.
Yeah, because there was because City apparently spoke to him and they said it was going to be 100 mil, but he didn't want to.
It'll be
halfway through.
From what the reports are saying, it'll be 120 for any other club. It's 150 for a Bayern.
Jesus Christ!
Because obviously Bayern are what's it? Obviously because we're a rival. Blah 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 blah.
I just don't think like when you think 150 mil pound player that's the type of player that's going to win you Champions League. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously as we all know this season, you're not lacking goals.
No.
You conceded.
Not. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, for me personally, realistically, we need a new striker. because Kane is just not. He's not that guy in the aspect of he's not a poacher, and I feel like that's what Bayern are desperately needing right now. Is a poacher. So yeah, he's not a poacher. Then you've got the aspect of we need a centre back. Kim Min-jae is just not it. I don't care if he's playing with injuries. He's absolutely fucking dog wank.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but he is. So then you've got that. It's it's not looking good, bro. Put it that way.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Just say if you're working at 150 mil, you want to like do a double centre back and a striker.
Yeah, or like exactly. Get a couple of players in more, like, because what if he comes in and gets injured? You've just spent 150 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, like, with all due respect, I ain't trying to troll your club, but you are doing a United in that aspect.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's dumb. It makes no sense to do that. So why do it?
We need to like die down the market as well. Like, these players would go for a stupid amounts of money.
Oh, fucking dumb, bro.
I think things need to die down. I remember scrolling through earlier. They were like, officially now, Yamal is now worth more than Mbappe. So Mbappe went from last season 180 mil to now he's worth 160. Yamal went from 75 is now worth 180, which is baffling, absolutely baffling.
I
don't think Mbappe's had a bad season. He starts a better Yamal still.
That's that, and I've been cooked already for saying this, but I think Yamal is shit. I don't think he's shit,
but 180 mil, no, come on, taking the piss.
Literally, it's like
I know he's a youngster and all that, but
but all of these Barca fans twerking over a fucking kid, bruv.
Yeah.
Do they need some fucking oil? Fucking Diddy party, bruv. Like, what? But other than that, I think we've covered everything. Yeah, DFB Pokal is going to basically be theirs. We're quickly. I know you're tired. I'm tired as well. We'll quickly just do the Europa League. Not all of the games, just our games. So what are you thinking from your perspective of Bayern Munich's game coming up in the Champions League against Leverkusen?
You're at home in your first game.
Yes.
It's hard because obviously you drew both times.
Yeah.
I reckon a 2-1 Bayern.
I would take that.
Yeah. Just because it's Champions League. If it was League again, you're drawing. But just because it's Champions League at the Allianz, I think you just take it. And then when you go to theirs, I think you probably draw.
Yeah, obviously I'm all for that. So,
yeah.
What do you think about your game?
Literally no hope at all. It wouldn't surprise me if we win. To be honest, I do reckon we'll probably get to the semis against Bilbao and get absolutely cooked by Bilbao. It wouldn't surprise me.
What do you think of the first leg though? Because obviously you're going away, aren't you, to Spain first?
Yeah. I reckon we'll probably just like scrape a draw or something away, and we'll probably scrape a win at home. And then again, home, it's just so bad. Could be the other way around. Could be scrape a 1-0 in Spain and scrape a 0-0 at home, or 1-0, something like that. I don't know. I have more faith away than I do at home at the moment.
Okay. So, there we go, people. There we go. There is the show wrapped up. Before me and Taylor start snoring on stream. I don't know if anyone's live. Let me just quickly check if there is. We'll redirect to them. Big up to everybody locked in though. We've done hella content today. Released a video, then we've done this stream. I've done 4 streams today.
Okay.
And I'm about to do another one. So yeah, man. The grind is motherfucking real. But yeah, big up to everybody. Big up to Taylor, obviously. I'm surprised you've even come on, to be honest, mate.
Said I would.
Yeah, all right, fair. You're a man of your word. Fair enough. To be honest with you, mate, I wouldn't have held it against you, bro, if you wouldn't, to be honest. I generally wouldn't have.
If the game was earlier, could have been cancelled. But yeah, you just got timing right.
Yeah, Nagi. But yeah, big up to everybody. I'm going to send you over to Steve. He's doing a watch along. And I will be back in an hour, I think, with Sia. Did the Rotten show, and then I am passing the out. So yeah, big up to everybody. And until then, Mia Samia. Peace.